Shalom, everyone, and welcome back. One time, Rabbi Jonathan Sachs was speaking to a convention of rabbis. Right now, there's a very large convention of Chabad rabbis going on in New York. The International Kinnis HaShluchim, where over 5,000 rabbis are getting together in New York to discuss various things and programs and new ideas and all kinds of things like that. Anyways, Rabbi Sachs was once speaking to a convention of rabbis, and he asked them the following question. He said, "What question do people most likely ask rabbis? What is the most common question that people ask rabbis?" And they thought, and one person said, "People want to know why do bad things happen?" Such as the Holocaust or the Spanish Inquisition, or why do people die, or things like that. Why do bad things happen to good people? People want to know that. I would suggest people want to know about names. What should they name their babies? And different questions about names. But he said, no, none of those are correct. None of those are the most common question that people ask rabbis. So what is the most common question that people ask rabbis? He said the answer is, Rabbi, do you remember me? That's the most common question. People want to be acknowledged. People want to be known. They say that many Jews have stopped coming to synagogue because the rabbi did not say good Shabbos to them on Shabbos. And they were very hurt by that. People want acknowledgement. And why is that? Because people want meaning in their lives. They want to believe that their life has significance, that the rabbi knows who I am and what I have done. That is really the important thing in a person's life. That's everyone wants that. When we pass away at our funeral, what is the rabbi going to say about us? Is the rabbi going to say, well, he used to go to soccer games all the time, or she was a very good cook. She made a wonderful Lakshan Kugel. Or are people going to say he liked watching sports on TV? Or is the rabbi going to say, he contributed a lot of money to charity? He was very active in his synagogue. He studied Torah. He went to Minyan every day. He was someone who everyone respected, who had good moral values. Is that what the person hopefully will be remembered by? And indeed, in this week's Torah portion, we read about the life of Sarah. As the parsha begins, these are the days of Sarah, and then it said Sarah died in Kiryat Arba. So why does it start off by saying these are the days of the life of Sarah when it really talks about her death? It says that Sarah was 127 years, and each one of those years was special and significant and meaningful. Because for Sarah, every single day was very, very meaningful. So even though the Parsha talks about the death of Sarah, it actually is talking about the life of Sarah, because a person's life is the accumulation of all of the good deeds that they did during their life. And indeed, Sarah's life was full of good deeds. We are told that she passed away when she heard that her husband was about to slaughter her son Isaac at the Akedah, and she was so filled with relief that he didn't do it. Or others say that she was filled with a sense of ecstasy, that he was willing to go and fulfill God's request, God's desire, that she died, that her soul left her in ecstasy. Well, whichever way you see it, her life was full of meaning. She looked and she said, my son was a valuable person. I raised a good boy, and she lived a full and complete life. And indeed, this is a lesson for all of us as well, that our life has to be a significant life, a meaningful life. That when our time comes at the end of our 120 years, what do we hope that the rabbi and other people will say at our funeral? What are they going to say about us? Are they going to say, oh, she dressed so nicely, she was so elegant and stylish? Or are we going to say that she made a beautiful Shabbos meal, that she invited guests over to her house, that she attended classes, the Torah study classes. What are we going to be remembered by when our time comes? And that's something we all have to think about, because eventually that time comes for everyone. So let it be that it should happen much longer than we ever hope it should be, and that our lives should be filled with meaning and fulfillment in every respect. This coming Shabbos, as I mentioned, all the rabbis in the entire world, the Chabad rabbis, are getting together for a convention in Crown Heights. At the same time, many, many thousands of people are getting together in the city of Hebron, celebrating the Parsha of Chai Sarah, where Abraham purchases a graves for his family, which was in Hebron, and thousands of people will be coming down on Hebron to observe that and spending Shabbos there. We look forward to hearing all kinds of wonderful things that they're going to be doing there as well. This coming Shabbos, candlelighting is at 428 in San Diego. We're having a sushi Shabbos. This Friday night, tonight, everyone is invited to join us. We're going to be serving sushi for a Kiddush Friday night. We're going to be having some special treats for kids as well. Bring your children. And we look forward to seeing you. Candle lighting, it's at 428. Mincha is at 4:30. And Kabbalah Shabbos will be about 5 o'clock. Shabbat Shalom.